Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit, Detroit. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's forced out left. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 44 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll throw again. Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To the air again with Winston. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Jameis to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And this will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this will complete to Hankerson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. 4th down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
17. Easy. White. Watch out. Sonic.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Sonic. Ready. Blue ready. Green, triple C. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Let's go now.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Follow. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Now Winston. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Hot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Lucky 56.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now he's flushed out left. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Easy. Follow. Sonic.
To throw is Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 39 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And some room to maneuver.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something that there will be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there.
Second down, Winston. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Throwing, Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Screen, triple C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Screen, triple C.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Winston now. Flush to his right. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready? Black 22. Green, triple C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Ready? Black 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
throwing Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ready? Black 25. Let's go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ready? Black 22. Here we go, even. Green, triple C.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will tie things up at 13. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys! Detroit! Detroit!
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Jameis now on first down. And this is caught by Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things set.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jordan Willis in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. From the left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On second down, Winston again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Bucs on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To the air again with Winston. And this one complete to Hankerson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Follow.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Sonic. Follow. Green, Triple C. Shut that motion.
Jameis again. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Again, it's Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll throw again. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Watching now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun! No. Check. Patriot! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. This ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now whistles here, and I think the offense has just used their third and final timeout of the second half. They have. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for two.
Screen, triple C. Follow.
They'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.